Hello, this is Eve Christoph, your love life coach, and I'm here today to help you figure out whether or not you should continue that affair that you've discovered you're in with a married American man. Okay, so bad news for you. Americans are different to have affairs with than people from ethnic cultures. In many ethnic cultures around the world, there's an understanding of how affairs work, and there's a separation between wife and lover, and it's all sort of arranged in terms of how they work it out with their wife. But Americans, well, we have all of this fantasy stuff about Disney's gotten into us when we were really young, and there's this idea of love forever after. So if you have an affair with an American man, there's a couple of things you got to be aware of. One is if he's doing it unconsciously, it's a total mess, because he's probably drinking, he's stuffing down his feelings, he's doing this out of desperation, and he really is betraying his wife, or vice versa, the woman's betraying the man, because basically one or the other of them is going to believe in true love and is going to be really dedicated, working really hard, trying to go to therapy and trying to make it better, and the other one is zoned out and feeling hopeless and helpless, or maybe both of them are in this hopeless space, and say the woman is not interested in sex anymore, but they're trying to cope and raise a family, and they're very isolated because Americans are isolated. They don't have a big family supporting them in child raising, so they desperately need each other's help. So it makes them all the more afraid to be honest about their needs, because they don't want to rock the boat, because they really won't be able to survive without each other. So there's all this subterfuge going on, and basically you are going to break somebody's heart, because either the guy is going to leave his wife, because Americans do that. They believe all or nothing. They're all about the new frontier, better love. I'll leave this family and get a better one. You know, the value for family is lower than the value for romantic love. So if they think, she or he thinks they're going to get a bigger, better, more amazing, complete Romeo who goes off to the sunset with them, they're going to go for that, and really you're going to be part of hurting their family, destroying a family, or a sort of a whole new fantasy that is going to get projected onto you, and then you'll be part of the big disappointment factor when the fantasy wears off, and then suddenly you'll be in the role of provider or wife who has to do everything, because Americans haven't figured out how to do equality in relationships in a balanced way that really keeps sexuality somehow alive. That is, unless you are talking with a conscious new age person who's really on the frontiers of the polyamorous movement. That's different. Maybe it's all conscious, and you can, that's the wonderful thing about Americans, is because they're trying out new things and trying the new frontiers, sometimes you'll run into somebody where everything's out in the open, everything's honest, and you can meet the wife or the husband and get permission and work it all out. But I recommend that is not the case. If they're telling you they're in an open relationship, it's a lie. Unless you meet that other person, that's just an excuse people use to get laid when they're desperate, and it's not the case. No, sorry. So just consider all that, and I would say to you, don't do it. Don't even go there. It's just not going to be worth it. It's going to make heartbreak happen. And if you imagine being the one who is who's the one dedicated and loyal, and years of your life where you could have been going for real love are robbed from you, while somebody else is going and fulfilling themselves and not actually being in love with you or caring what you receive, that's where the territory is of real betrayal, and you don't want to be part of that. That's not love. That's not real soul connection. Soul connection is healing and heartfelt and helpful for everyone. So let it go. Let that one go, okay? That's my advice to you, so that you can love life more. Be loving towards life. Let life love you in a real way. Yes, you can have real love. You can. You're just going to have to let go of this one. Okay, darling. Connect with me for Love Life coaching. Get my music so you can get your groove on. Okay.